Welcome back to another video on the WrestleMania and another edition of Raw Out of 10. And yeah, it's of course the first Raw since Clash of the Castle, and we're building up now to Money in the Bank, so there's qualifying matches to take place, but there was lots more news on this show. Would we finally get the debut of Uncle Howdy? And his debut was the big question. We'll find out later on. Before that though, Seth Rollins kicked off Raw in his first appearance since losing the title at WrestleMania, and a visionary wasted little time establishing the motivation for his comeback. A shot at the title he established and carried. Current champ Damian Priest interrupted the proceedings. This is a challenge for the gold at Money in the Bank. Just when we thought we had all the answers, Triple H changed the question. Anyone who believed the SummerSlam main event would move in a predictable direction of Priest and Gunther was proved wrong from the jump on Monday night. The unpredictability will do wonders and make Raw must-see over the coming weeks, if not one of the biggest shows of the year around the corner. Rollins spent the last year establishing himself as a legit main eventer in WWE and has the presence that was sorely missed over the past few months. This is a great way to introduce him without any unnecessary bells and whistles and add an intriguing direction going forward. Before Raw GM Adam Pearce denied Chad Gable's request for a 6 IC champion shot. Instead, the loudmouth would have to face Braun Strowman. Gable fared well enough, but ultimately he succumbed to the running power slam as his larger opponent earned an impressive victory. After match, Gable again berated Akira Tozawa, only for Maxine Dupree to step in front of her teammate when the coach took her crutch from a ringside and then slapped Tozawa. Otis finally lashed out as his long-time tag partner and shoved him across the ring. He left the squared circle amid chants of Otis while helping Tozawa and Dupree to the back. It was a big moment who appeared to sever his relationship with Gable after multiple weeks. The crowd reacted very well, but this felt like rather tame compared to the blow-off we were expecting. Hopefully it's just the first chapter and we get big ones in the coming match ahead of a big bracket Money in the Bank. But yeah, I thought it was the first step. This was really good. It finally happened. The pop was great. 7 out of 10 from me. Before it was time for the Money in the Bank qualifier between Zelina Vega, Kiana James and Io Sky. Io Sky moves the set closer to the second successive Money in the Bank win. With the victory here, Vega appeared to be on her way to victory at one point, only for the women's champ Liv Morgan to make her way to the ring and Thompson her with a distraction. James wiped her out, only for Sky to take her out and then score the win for a trademark moonsault. The introduction of Morgan is interesting, and we're seeing a match between her and Vega at Money in the Bank could be an interesting one. Sky's a logical addition to the ladder match, but this is interesting to see James eating losses in her early run. But yeah, for this alone, I'm going to give it 6 out of 10. I thought it was pretty decent, probably the right winner, and an interesting storyline going forward. Before Sami Zayn celebrated his victory over Chad Gable at Clash of the Castle, hitting the ring for a promo, Braun Breaker then staked his claim to the next title shot before Sheamus added his name to the mix while reiterating that both played a historical significance to the IC title. 3 men, 1 title. It's story we've seen outplayed before, but it's a little more substance. Breaker looked really good, and his impression on the main roster and the main event seems evident. Before Sheamus needs that IC title to win every single title available to him. Meanwhile, Zayn is continuing the championship reign he's worked his entire career to attain. Breaker and Sheamus would square off later in the show. The best three-way match would probably be the best. But moving on into Dragon Lee against Carlito. Of course, seeking revenge for the pre-WrestleMania attack that cost him his spot to Carlito. Late in the match, Dom joined JD McDonagh at ringside to support Carlito, only for Liv Morgan to make her presence felt again, teasing Dom while wearing his vest. Zelina attacked Morgan. A brawl between the Judgment Day broke out, and McDonagh tripped out Lee. Moments later, Carlito scored the win off the backstabber. It took a bit of work to get Mysterio at ringside and for Morgan and Vegas to get involved, but it all made sense en route to a heel victory. Carlito continues to prove himself an ally of the Judgment Day, while Morgan and Mysterio added to their story, and we got a nice brawl between Vega and the women's champ to hype up a potential match at Money in the Bank. A solid TV segment, even if there's a bit too much going on to focus on one specific development. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Before Drew McIntyre, fed up and frustrated after CM Punk screwed him out of the world title at Clash, abruptly quit WWE and walked out despite inconsistence for Triple H and Adam Pearce he reconsider. It'll be interesting to see where this goes from here, but considering SmackDown is at Chicago this week and CM Punk is confirmed for the show, don't be surprised if the Scottish Warrior shows up to repay his embarrassment. But yeah, I kind of wish they did this story now if Drew hadn't announced he re-signed his contract. That would have been very interesting. But what we got, I think it could be interesting to see how it plays up in a few weeks. It'd be nice to see him go back to Scotland, pop up on a few indies there for a while. Yeah, that'd be good. Before it's time for a rush contest, or Lyra would come to ringside to support the babyface and distract the heels, allowing former tag champs Carter and Chance to score the upset win. This was nothing to the match, as it was far too quick to establish anything of substance outside of the Valkyrie earning a measure of revenge. So yeah, I'm just going to gloss over that. Yeah, just because WWE didn't put much effort into it, so I'm not going to. Before IC champ Sami Zayn watched from ringside as Sheamus and Breaker faced off to see who should be the next contender for the title. The Celtic Warriors was everything Breaker threw at him, and he was moments away from delivering a broke before Ludwig Kaiser came to the match to cause a disqualification. Breaker wiped out Sheamus on the floor with a spear and then rushed around the squared circle and leveled Kaiser with a demandless one you will ever see. It was a ferocious story that further enhanced the unstoppable badass Breaker on the main roster. The stare down ended with a tense stare down between the heel and Zayn, suggests the IC title match, presumably at Money in the Bank's coming up. So yeah, I don't know, this gets 7 out of 10 from me. I think it's obviously where we're going. Probably felt like this was unnecessary in the overall segment, but on the whole, I thought it worked nicely. I'm really looking forward to that match. And yeah, it'd be an intriguing route to see how we get there. We then got Jey Uso versus Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor in a Money in the Bank qualifying. Jey Uso's heading to Money in the Bank. This match was an action-packed affair that highlighted all three competitors appropriately, with Mysterio shining while Balor was a glue that held in the match together. Uso was good on his vow from 2 weeks ago to win Money in the Bank, and by following up on Balor's coup de grace with an Uso splash for the win. While Uso qualifying for a high-stakes match is big news, it was the arrival of the Uncle Howdy Dev faction that made headlines at the end of the show. Security wrestlers and crew members were showloading and portrayed backstage. There was an even blood painting away just above an unconscious member of management, and at every turn the camera saved a new member of the group. Nikki Cross introduced a lantern, Eric Rowan in a monster money mask, the next followed by Dexter Lumis. Joe Gacy was the next, before Uncle Howdy was finally revealed, leading the group into the arena where they joined Cross. "We're here," he said before blowing out the lantern, sending it to the back, and it's an unforgettable introduction, a great cliffhanger, almost demanding the audience tune in next week to see what will happen. And yeah, I can know Bro would be so proud seeing what was happening here. So yeah, a brilliant ending to Raw, and so much intrigued to see where it all goes. Overall, Raw gets 7 out of 10 from me. I thought this was a really strong episode of Raw, kind of dominated by everything going on, really. You know, from that Uncle Howdy reveal, which was brilliant. Can't wait to see where that all goes. To the Money in the Bank qualifiers, I think the right decision so far. Potentially Finn Balor can come in for the question over Damian Priest, the Drew quitting. Yeah, so many questions. This was great stuff. And Seth's back, of course, another highlight of the show. And yeah, can't wait for that Money in the Bank match. So yeah, great episode of Raw. Hey guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.